President Donald Trump has doubled down on the decision to dramatically reduce the number of American troops who are stationed in Germany, a move that is sending shockwaves across the Atlantic amid mounting tensions over the West Asia war.
Why is the U.S. removing troops from Germany?
We're going to cut way down, and we're cutting a lot further than 5,000. Thank you very much.
The president asked Commander-in-Chief can withdraw U.S. troops without prior congressional approval, but Congress can still influence the decision through funding, laws and political pressure. Lawmakers from both opposition and his own party are voicing serious doubts about the decision. In a joint statement issued, Senator Roger Wicker and Representative Mike Rogers, who chair the Armed Services Committees in the Senate and House, cautioned that the move could send the wrong message to Russian President Vladimir Putin. They noted that while European allies are increasing their defense budgets, it will take time for those investments to translate into the military strength needed to take on primary responsibility for conventional deterrence. The lawmakers also pointed out that Germany has responded to calls for higher defense spending and has supported U.S. operations by allowing American aircraft to use its bases and airspace during the ongoing conflict with Iran. Democratic Senator Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire has criticized Donald Trump's over his move, and she has said that it is deeply troubling that the president appears determined to change the U.S. military presence in Europe based on his personal reaction to another leader's remarks rather than on America's national security interests. She underlined that a bipartisan law passed last year limits the president from moving U.S. troops out of Europe. The National Defense Authorization Act includes bipartisan provisions that restrict the president from reducing U.S. troop levels in Europe below 76,000 for days more than 45. To cut troop levels below this threshold, the Secretary of Defense and the commander of U.S. European Command must certify to Congress that such actions are in national security interests and that NATO allies have been consulted. Trump administration's move to withdraw troops follows a spat between the U.S. President and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, who said that Tehran was humiliating Washington at the negotiating table. Pentagon spokesman said the withdrawal is expected to be completed over the next 6 to 12 months. NATO has said it was working with the United States to understand the details of their decision on force posture in Germany. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has sought to project calm after the U.S.'s troop withdrawal move, calling the decision anticipated and insisting his country is ready to shoulder more of the burden of its defense. As of December 2025, the United States has around 12,000 armed troops stationed in Italy, with only Germany having a higher number at over 36,000. Spain hosts about 3,800 troops, according to an overview published by the Pentagon. Now, according to data from The Guardian, collectively the U.S. has 276 military bases across Europe. Of these, 122 military sites are located in Germany. Italy has 47 bases and Spain has 5.